Medicine from the bees: honey, royal jelly, propolis, and bee pollen. So we already know that the bees make honey, right? But a lot of people don't know that they make many other things that are very beneficial to our health. But the first one I want to talk about here is honey, and of course it's been used since the dawn of time. Our ancestors had prized honey for its multifactorial uses. We know that honey is the most enzymatically active food in the world. Enzymes are kind of like catalysts that make things happen in your body even faster, and it unlocks certain processes. So some of the benefits of honey we know are that it dramatically reduces allergies. Honey itself contains small amounts of bee pollen as well as the other components that we're going to talk about today. But having small amounts of bee pollen in the atmosphere makes you less sensitive to it, so the allergies will be much more tolerable. And there's a journal done in the Annals of Saudi Medicine that showed that honey had significantly reduced allergies in study participants. Next up here on the list we have propolis, and propolis is kind of the immune system for the hive. Again, it's been used by thousands of years by the ancient Greeks, the ancient Egyptians most notably. So if this, they patch up the hive in any places that need repair. Also, they mummify any type of dead intruders. So if they had like a dead bird somehow get in the hive, they would wrap up that bird in propolis so it keeps it from infecting the whole entire hive. Pretty interesting. And in the Family Community Journal, it showed that propolis, with its over 300 bioactive compounds in there, had significantly improved the immune systems of the participants. Next here we have number 3, royal jelly. And royal jelly is what is consumed by the queen bees. And this is in part what's responsible for their longevity, because queen bees live way longer than the worker bees, like 7 years as opposed to just months. It really helps the queen bee develop. The thing is that all the bees kind of consume this in the very beginning of their lives, but then they all transition off of that, but the queen bee stays on it. And again, it's been used for a very long time in Egypt and China. And the royal jelly is mainly for nervous system and cognitive function. So it has 2 compounds, 10-HDA and AMP1 oxide. With this, royal jelly can be very important for improving learning, spatial orientation. It also has been shown to increase neurogenesis, or the creation of new neurons. And barely anything has been actually found to do this. A study done in advanced biomedical research showed that royal jelly can significantly improve Alzheimer's symptoms and improve memory and learning in that process. Lastly here we have bee pollen, and bee pollen is really kind of like the multivitamin of the hive. It's very rich in all plethora of nutrients. It's a very good protein source as well as complete source of amino acids, so having all 9 of them. Bees transfer the pollen from flower to flower to keep the life cycle going. And pollen is considered the male reproductive spore of the plant. It's also about 40% protein by weight. So when we eat protein, it's not that all of it gets absorbed necessarily, but the highest food source of that would be eggs. Like it's 48% bioavailable when it comes to amino acids. So pollen is right up there. It's pretty solid. And this has about 15,000 years of documented history. So all this sounds great, right? But it's not until we actually start utilizing these things for our own lives, customizing them based off of what we need, that we actually start to get the benefits.